Second one would be... Actually, no, I will stop. Hello, my fellow Fall of the Samurai players, Zaript here, with the second game against Angelos in a Rising Sun tournament. This is the second stage. This is a Flood Plains. First map was Counterplains, it was a map of Angelos, and on that map he completely destroyed me, because I'm not in the best shape. Well, just watch a previous game if you want to know more about this. And this map is my choice. I play a little bit better here because I usually have a plan on this map. So what I'm trying to do, well, knowing... it's not like I know Angelos well, but knowing overall avant-garde player style and watching some Angelos games on Agony 1v1 Championship, I knew that it would be something cavalry heavy and with a high chance of melee rush. Again, I mean, look how I deployed and what composition I have. It's pretty strong cavalry. I have Yariki level 7, Yariki level 6, Yariki level 6, Yariki level 7, and Revolver Cavalry. I have only 3 line units. It's 2 Red Bears and United States Marines, and Yariki to protect them from cavalry and to screen the rush. I have 2 Shogitai here, both level 1, and 1 Spear Levy trying to take this archery dojo. My general is common gen with gun enabled. Now for Angelos we have not that strong cavalry contingent actually. 2 Yariki level 2, 2 Yariki level 6, Imperial Guard Cavalry. Here we have 2 Yarikachi, both level 2, upgrades in attack. 2 Spear Levies and 3 Shogitais level 2, so melee rush it is. And I knew that I have a cavalry advantage after looking at his upgrades, so I decided to take cavalry fight as fast as I can. And you see, I mean, how stupid I should be. I can't even get to dodges first. Even so, I have a cavalry advantage. I'm really out of shape, but nevertheless. And what Angelos does is very simple but pretty cool stuff. You can see that he's just good with what he does. I mean, he knows how to use this build well. He sends 2 of his Yarikachi around, and instead of just rushing everything through the middle, he doesn't go in choke point, of course. He takes a pretty safe position here and just waiting to see what I would do. Trying to charge this Yariki to catch them out of position so that his Spear Levy would come and join. Now, look. Look. I mean, that's a shape I'm in. Remember how I played against Doug? I actually managed to click single attack orders for all my Yariki. And here, this is if it was anyone else, I would be like, oh man, awful mistake. Here I would say this dark player is imbecile. I mean, why would you play tournament game if you can't even manage your... I mean, it's... Come on, it's 5 units of cavalry. It's 5 units of cavalry. Can't you click 5? I hate myself. I just hate myself. But as you can see, I allowed Angelos to charge me for free while my cavalry trying to... look, all my cavalry basically trying to charge this Yariki. Awful engagement. So from having pretty even fight here, 2 level 6 Yariki against 2 level 6, I'm off. I mean, I already threw away this fight. And, well, let's take at a more general state of things. Now, let's forget about these micro mistakes. As I told, Angelos do pretty smart stuff. A lot of people who rush for first time, they do this mistake of rushing everything through the front. It's like, have a mid shield, let's overcome him. With a rush, I mean, even though it's called rush, sometimes you want to take your time. And if you can flank for free, I mean, these units, the only real danger for them is my general and my revolver cavalry, which are busy. So he can more or less safely flank around, put his Yarikachi here. So when he starts rushing through the middle, he will have a tool to go around, because I cannot charge this Yarikachi with my cavalry. No way to deal with that. And this line doesn't have enough mobility. So now I either have to give up this ground, or I would be in pretty bad shape. So even if you have a rush, it doesn't mean that you have to rush immediately. Other thing here, it's well, despite me saying that this is a map where I usually do well, which is true, look at this terrain. This angle is, when he will trying to get closer from that angle, I will have a trouble. First of all, my unit will be shooting at the forest. Second of all, this unit, it will not be even shooting, at least from this position. And these marines, they will not be able to shoot until his units would be here. Which, well, actually it's exactly the range, but we will see they will not get any shots, actually. So the problem with this line positioning, it's actually in a good position for him to rush. I already got Shrine, so actually it would be a good idea for me at this point to somehow get my line to change their position, because this is a serious threat for me. I need to deal with it. And this is actually a bad place to meet the rush. Maybe I should pull back a little bit. I don't know. The problem is I can't think about it because I'm busy failing here. And let's see. Fortunately, I have revolver cavalry, and in general my cavalry is stronger. So even though these exchange are not cost effective for me, I'm still going to win this cavalry fight. Let me speed it up. And now I'm kind of in a rush. You see, that actually happens a lot. Again, tunnel vision. I'm constantly checking out his spear levies to see if how close they are, because I know that I have to pull out my cavalry at some point. And I'm charging my spear levies to screen his cavalry and disengage my cavalry. But while doing so, I'm so slow that while looking at it, I don't give additional attack orders to my cavalry. Well, at least I gave attack order for this red BS unit, at least that. But pretty much this is a mess of micro, and probably it's a good thing I didn't live record it, because I would be I would probably break my monitor looking at it. So Angelos trying to go around and charge my revolver cavalry, and see how he keeps his Imperial Guard cavalry safe. That's important move. Even so, he needs something to change this battle. He wants to keep his late game unit, which is Imperial Guard cavalry, safe until the very late game. That shooting cavalry wants to be alive. He wants it to be alive. Now I'm trying to get the general. So overall I win a cavalry fight, and I still have 3 Yariki and the revolver cavalry alive, which is pretty decent, you know. But he have his Sabre cavalry alive, and I think, yeah, of course, Imperial Guard cavalry. And now he is starting the rush. Again, look at this rush. My Shogitais, because I put them in the forest and they were in the forest for too long, completely out of position. Now let's look at my Marines. That unit's in range, but my Marines doesn't have line of sight. And you see, this is what I wasn't basically reacting at all. I have seen this. I have seen that he is flanking, but I didn't react at all. So, look, I have 1 Red Bear shooting at this Yarikachi, United States Marines, which is not shooting. So I actually have nothing to meet these 2 Shogitais. Nothing. Especially when this Yarikachi connects. So, things that probably could have saved me if I started kiting now. But again, tunnel vision. At this point, because I don't have enough practice and I don't remember all the timings of the movement speed, my mind was trying to solve very simple exercise. Problem. I tried to imagine what I can do with my hierarchy. I mean, again, stupidity, just unimaginable in a normal state, because I was looking, oh, spear, can I stop it with hierarchy? No. Can I stop it with hierarchy? No. Can I stop it with hierarchy? No. What do I do with my cavalry? Do I have time to go around? And that's, you don't want to be thinking in the game, because you want to know exactly. I mean, no matter what you do, if you I don't even know how to explain it, but the fact that I put so much time thinking about how to use this cavalry instead of actually using it, that's the difference, people. That's the difference between someone who actively plays, as I was talking about, and someone who played well. This is my 5th game in 3 weeks. My first 3 games were 6th game. First 3 games were against V and Surprise last week. Then I played one warm-up matchmaking game before this match, and now I mean, oh, I'm such a failure. Anyway, look, I'm messing up my United States Marines. They gave, well, sort of a volley, but now look at this. Oh, absolutely awful angle of shooting. They not shoot, even though they have attack order. They look. What the hell they doing? I don't. Trying to move in, wasting time, and at this point, this Red Bee is done for. And look, even having one Sabre cavalry and Imperial Guard cavalry, Angelos created a safe spot for his cavalry. He moves his general and his Imperial Guard cavalry here. And now when this gap widens, his Sabre cavalry trying to move in. I mean, it looked pretty bad when he lost his cavalry here, but now it's suddenly, I'm surrounded. So I put my general in stand and fight because I don't know what I can do anymore. My United States in guard mode tried to kill General of Angelos, but my Shogitais are weaker and they have a very bad angle of engagement here. Well, actually have slight uphill advantage, but you see 2 of my units are kind of surrounded by 2 Shogitais of Angelos, and they got charged from back, so over. This is completely over. And I can't even really kite anymore. My revolver cavalry doesn't have ammunition, my general cannot survive. And even if I try to kite, he still have Imperial Guard cavalry and Sabre cavalry. So I cannot give any volley anymore, and he can easily stop me by putting his cavalry around. But at least in this game I tried to do something. I tried to get initiative, which I failed, but you see, you can be knowledgeable, you can be even smart. I'm not telling that I'm smart because, well, I'm really not. You can see stuff, but sometimes you see it too late. So you need this experience, you need to play to be able to do something decently. So people can tell you about your mistakes, about good stuff, like good tricks, like my Tactical Spotlight series. You can watch how good players play on a tournament. It's all good. It will help you understand the game better, but it will not help you if you cannot control your army. And this mechanical skill of controlling your army, it's pretty important. And time you play, it's pretty important too, because when you make decisions, you want to make them automatically. And this is why sometimes, well, when I played actively, what I did, no matter what map I played, good suited map, not suited map, for the whole evening, I played a couple of games, and I took build with the same idea: line heavy, cavalry heavy, very balanced melee rush, until I felt, and after each loss, I either knew exactly why I lost or won, or I went and watched replay really fast, because after each and because I wanted to know how my build works against different build on different maps, just so that these decisions would come to me naturally, that they will not require some thinking, because thinking takes time. You want to think outside the game, and that's why I don't understand a lot of people who take that, oh, Shogun 2 is too fast. It doesn't matter. You can make the game much slower. You can make kill counts much slower. But the point is, making good decisions still requires a lot of preparation. You need experience. You need to think about your builds. I mean, outside of the picture. You want sometimes... what I did, it's like I say, okay, I'm going to play balanced today. Now, if I'm what can I meet on a ladder? Yeah, I need some sort of a plan to deal with a forest camper. I need some plan to deal with complete line spam. I need some plan to deal with a cavalry spam, and probably melee rush. Like, I had imagined 5 or 6 corner cases, very unbalanced builds against me. And I imagined that, okay, if he have line advantage over me, then I have to somehow use my cavalry mobility and shut up his line. If he have cavalry advantage over me, I want to use my cavalry more safely. I want to keep it near my line, protected, and I want to wait for him to do a mistake, and I want to go for his infantry, because that will force him to charge me, and then I will probably have an advantage, and stuff like that. Very simple plan, very simple idea. If he have something more than me, better quality or bigger quantity, I know that I'm stronger than him in some other field, and I need to use that. And I mentally prepared myself at the beginning of the evening, and then I played. And because of that, all the games I played, they actually were meaningful. I mean, I knew what I was trying to do, why I failed or why I won, and really, I was in a good shape for quite a lot of time. And now, even so I predicted what he would take, I didn't actually have a good plan against him. I didn't even have... Well, even if I had, my micro was so off. So, a lot of stuff to keep in mind. You want a general framework of using your own composition against different compositions. You want some sort of plan which suits exactly this map you're going to play. And then you want enough hours played, enough games played, that you feel comfortable moving your camera, giving orders to your unit. And then other thing is, you want to constantly check out your minimap, your unit cards, and if you find yourself, even for 1 second, doing nothing, giving no orders, or not checking out his units, you're doing something wrong, which I did. And you never want to look at some part of a map for too long. 5 seconds, already too long. Go check out what he does with his units. Well, I wish I could follow my advice, and I will try. Now, final stats. Kills, revolver cavalry. Did pretty well. This time I did much better because I took initiative, I charged my cavalry, and you see, even after being ineffective with this hierarchy, they still got, well, even. This hierarchy got wasted, more or less. But overall I managed to use my cavalry decently enough, my Shugitai decently enough, but my line was completely misused in this game, and I did nothing to react to that Yarikachi flanking maneuver from Angelos. And it wasn't something complicated or very tricky, right? He did a very basic stuff, way you want to play with melee rush, like wait for a good moment, position your units to start attack from a different flanks. I mean, I didn't put pressure on him or something. He didn't have to attack me at all. He wanted to finish cavalry fight first, which he did. And when I won it somehow, even though it wasn't very cost effective for me, he did a very nice crisis management by saving his sabre cavalry, by not putting his Imperial Guard cavalry in a danger, and rushing exactly at a time when he was losing cavalry fight but didn't lost yet. It was very good timing on Angelos' part, I believe. So good games. Well, good games on his part and awful games on my part. I apologize for that. And well, I hope it was at least somewhat useful, guys. I hope. Well, thank you guys for watching. See you.